this is how to solve the 4x4 with the Yao method. So without further ado, let's jump into this. Before that, just note that you need to learn the beginner's method, how to solve the 4x4 before you learn the Yao method. So if you haven't, then definitely click this video or the link in the description to watch that tutorial. Because I won't be going through any new algorithms, I'll just go through the method today. So here's what you do in Yao. So first of all, you're gonna solve your white center. Then you're gonna solve the opposite center, which is a yellow center. Just like that, white and yellow. Then what you can do is you're gonna rotate and you're gonna solve the cross edges, just like this, which I'll talk about later, but just for your information, that's how we're gonna do it. And once our cross edges are made, we're gonna do the rest of the centers. So our centers just go like this. Just like that. Rest of the centers are there. Then you're gonna rotate back. You're gonna insert the edges so that your cross is already made. Then you're gonna do 3 to 3 edge pairing, which is also really simple, which I'll teach you in just a second. And there we go, our edges are done. Then you just solve it normally like you do on a 3x3. Now the first step was to solve the white center. Now when you're solving the white center, you typically want to look for bars like this, but we're going to solve white. Now you can be color neutral, but white is a great place to start off. So when you're looking for bars, so in this case we don't have any bars, so that's totally fine. Now we're going to look if we can make bars. So we can put this over here to make a bar. Now we can see that this also makes a bar on the back. So there we go. Our easiest simple solution would be like that. Now let's do another example. I'll scramble this cube up just with my hand and show you the most efficient way to solve the white center. So again, in this case, there's no bars. So what we're going to look for is one move or two moves to solve or to make a bar. So over here we can see that this makes a bar. When you put this one up, it makes a bar. And that's pretty much it. But what we can do is we can move this one over here. If we do that, that will result in up here, which is a better case to solve. So when you do that, then we can insert it like this. And there we go, our white center is made. Now this is the most efficient ways you can do it. There are easier cases. I'm not going to go through them because they are pretty logical. Let's just go through one more. So here we can make the bar with two moves, at least two moves. So what I would typically do is I can make this bar or this bar. So these two pieces or these two pieces or these two pieces. But I'm going to go with these two pieces to make the first bar. Because I know when I'm going to move this and up, it also makes the bar over here, which makes the white center really easily. So that's the white center. Let's move on to the yellow center. Now for the yellow center, you also want to look for bars. Now one thing is if you know the beginner's method, you don't want to break this. So bars, if you already have a bar, just insert it on the top. And this one can be made like a bar like that and insert on the top as well. Let's take a look at another example. Alright, here's another example. So we have two diagonal pieces and these two pieces. So there's no one move that can make a bar. Now what the best thing to do over here is, since there are diagonal pieces on top, first thing we need to make a bar on the top. That's the first thing we want to look for, because if we do this, that will make a whole lot things harder. So to make a bar on the top, we can easily see we can insert this over here, and this got messed up, so we're going to bring this one down, and there we go. So we got a bar on the top, and now we can insert this piece really easily by just doing that. So that's also in the beginner's method, I explained that. So those are pretty much the hard cases. The easier cases are really easy. Some of them are just like this, so you can just insert it really easily. Now if all the pieces are on the over here and not on top, Then just try to make the bar as I showed you earlier and then insert it one by one. Now the next step does require some memorization of the color scheme. So what I told you to do was to rotate, so just put the white and yellow on the right and left. Now keep the white on the left, and what we're going to do is solve the cross edges. So we're going to look for some pieces. So we can see that blue and white can be made as a pair really easily. So if we just put those together, we got a cross edge. Now we don't care about centers because they're not solved yet. We just care that we don't do this kind of move to mess the center of white and yellow up. So we can see that this is made, and we're just gonna insert it in here to attach it with the white center. Now what we're gonna do is look for another piece, so we can see white and orange. We can now put it over here and then do an L2 or right to insert it over here. And now we're gonna do the color scheme. So here's the color scheme memorization. So blue, on top of blue, orange is there. So orange would go over here. You know what? I'll just get the cube over here. So this is a 3x3. White is over here on the left and yellow is on the right. So blue, on top of that is orange. Then we know opposite of blue is green, and on top of orange is green, on top of green is red. We need to memorize that, and on top of red is blue. Now you do need to memorize that, because if you don't, then you're gonna have to think about it during solves, which can slow you down. So next step would be to find another edge piece. So the white and red, we can insert it like that, and again orange opposite of red, and red on top of on bottom of blue. So next step would be the last cross edge, which is white and green. Again, really simple. Now, most of this is intuitive. There are fancy tricks which I don't want to go in this video because I don't want to make it too long. If you do want a video on that, definitely let me know in the comment section below. So we got the last cross edge. Now we're not going to insert it over here because then we don't have any space for the cross edges. If we do some moves, then it will get messed up. So what we're going to do is, instead of attaching it to the white cross, we're just going to do a U2 and bring it over here so that it's attached with the yellow center. Now we have some space so that when we do these kind of turn, the cross edge over here is not messed up, it's preserved. So now what we're going to do is make the rest of the centers. So we're going to see 4 bars again. So we can see a red bar, an orange bar, now, and a blue bar. So just decide whichever one is easier for you. Now this depends on the situation. Now I see that my best bet would be orange, because we can attach these 2 pieces for the bar, and none of these pieces will be damaged. If I do blue, then I have to move this one over here and then attach and then put it back over here. If I do orange, I can simply do this. Now one thing you do want to make sure is that you don't want to mess up this. So just try, when you finish one center, just like that, just put it over here. Just attach this piece to the center. If we do that, then we're sure that this piece would never be messed up. So next, again, try to remember the color scheme. Let me know in the comment section if you can tell what color scheme it is, or what color would be going over here. Alright, got it? Great, it's blue. So the blue center would be going here. Now, blue center can be made with a bar, and then on top, like that. Now over here, again we need red. So we got red bars already there, so we can just do it real simply, just like the beginner's method. And if you did that right, your cross edge should not be messed up, and you should have 4 cross edges and the centers solved. Now we come to 3-2-3 edge pairing. Now this is a really long topic, but I'm gonna do it as simply as possible. So what we're going to do is, we're gonna slice, so we're gonna rotate it again to put the white center on the bottom and the cross solved like this. So then we're gonna do is, we're gonna do one slice, just like that, and then leave it. So what we're gonna see is, we're gonna see that this is the yellow and red piece, Now we're gonna put this back, like this orange center back. We want this to pair up with its piece. So this is yellow and red, and the other yellow and red is over here. So we need to flip this so that when we put orange back, this would be solved. So we need to flip this, just like that. So when we put this back, this will be solved. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to do more edges. So green and red. Now where's the green and red piece, you may ask? That is right over here. So we're going to take it out, and when we're going to put it back, this will go over here. So we need to put this green and red piece over here so that when it's stored back, these two edges will be solved. But we can do more. So this is the green and orange. Now the green and orange piece is over here. Now here's where we run into a problem. If we take this piece out, the red and yellow would be out as well. That means we cannot solve this one. Now this is a bad case for us. So we're just going to restore back everything. And we got two edges done. So we're going to take them out. That's the first step. We're going to take them out. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to slice. So this is a blue and red piece. And we're going to see this one is a blue and red piece. Take it out. Now this one is going to go over here. So we need to pair it with over here. So blue and red would be going over here. Insert it so that when we put this back, we can make that edge. Now we're not going to stop there. We're going to look at this piece, which is blue and yellow. And the piece is already over there. So we don't need to do anything else. Now the green and orange piece, again we ran into the same problem, which is if we take this piece out, the blue and red would be messed up. So again, we're going to leave it. We're going to take these two edge pieces out, just like that, and we're going to do the same thing. Slice, then blue and orange, which is over here, take it out, and put it over here. Then we see that it is yellow and orange, which is over here. Take it out, put it over here. Then we see it's green and orange, which is over here. Then we're going to put it in. And again, if we slice back, now all of our edges are solved. Now let me go through some more advanced cases. Not advanced, but some more difficult cases that you may run into. Now here's one of the harder cases. If we get it like this, so we have two edges remaining. Now if we slice, then we pair this up, but this one is left alone. Because if we move this one, then the blue and orange would be messed up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip one of the edges, so like this one. Then we're going to see that it's the case that we learned in the beginner's method, and it goes like this. And there we go, that's how you solve it. And that is pretty much the 3-2-3 edge pairing, and the rest of it is just 3x3, which I don't think I need to teach you guys. But if you do want an advanced CFOP method tutorial, let me know in the comment section below. I'd be really happy to help you guys. And I forgot the solo. Alright, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like button.